to start day 3 off with some broad jumps. This is going to work on our explosive force. Second, we're going to do a deadlift. There's going to be a few different variations. This is a kettlebell deadlift for those beginners who are just learning to deadlift. We're focusing on the hinge motion here, keeping us straight back at all time and really contracting the glutes. From here, we can progress into a barbell. This is a conventional deadlift. You can see his feet are narrow. His hands are outside of his legs. Remember, we are always focusing on keeping a straight back. That weight should be in his glutes and in his hamstrings as well. From there, we can also progress into a sumo deadlift. This is where the feet are actually wider than the shoulders, with a little bit of a 45-degree turn to them, and then the hands are placed inside the legs. This is optimal for the tactical setting because it really focuses on our glute strength, which we are notorious for being weak at. With that, we're actually going to follow that up with a couch stretch. This is good for the hip extensors. From there, we're going to do a single arm dumbbell press. You can see here he is stabilized throughout the motion and just focusing on pressing his one arm at a time. Next is going to be a step up. We can do a body weight, a weighted or a crossover step up. This is important if you think about our job and what we do of how we get into the apparatus and climbing and things like that. So here he is using a kettlebell close to his chest for the added weight. We can also use weight vests, which is very optimal and mimics what we do with our SCBAs. And this is important, the crossover step up, because of the way we get into trucks and how we mount and dismount our apparatus. And again, this can be weighted or body weight, depending on what your level of fitness is. Next, we're going to progress into a chin up. This is with your palms facing yourself. We can do a normal chin up, as you can see here. We can do a negative. So he boosts himself up with a step and then slowly lowering himself down. This is an eccentric type of movement, which is great for developing that musculature and that strength in those muscles. So this would be one step up from the banded pull-up, which we are going to show here next. For those people who are just starting, there's two different things that you can do. We can do a band assisted, which, as you can see here, he just wraps one of his legs around or inside of the band, and actually that helps him boost himself up. The second is going to be a body weight assisted, so put the barbell about head height and then use your legs as much as you need to do a pull-up. Next is band pull-aparts. So here he's going to take a strength band and then pull them away from each other. Next is going to be a carry version. So we can do a suitcase carry, which kettlebells in one arm. You can do it overhead as well. You can also do a farmer's carry, which has kettlebells or weight in both sides, as you can see here. The focus here is just that core stability strength. And that should be day 3, guys. Thanks.